Namaste. Namaste. Yes, please. No sugar, fat enough.
This morning, for the first time, we experienced a buffer zone
Thank you very much.
and all it has to offer. We are not to be disappointed.
That is a good thing to say. Whose is this?
There seem to be so many vehicles this morning.
Yeah, and the buffers are lesser than the core vehicles.
And were there as many vehicles going in the core as normal today?
That's normal.
That's normal.
Core is always booked out. People have a mindset thinking that buffers you don't have sightings or there's not much movement.
Yeah.
There is movement. There's definitely movement. It's just that the tiger doesn't know the difference between the core and the buffer. We think, that these are isolated pockets where animals don't really venture because of human activity. But they do. The tigers in their prime prefer hunting cattle. Some of them find that easier prey.
Nishni and Provinci.
Ramesh.
Ramesh. Good morning.
Good morning.
We will learn about the Forest Guard tourist accommodation, the buffer and core zone relationship, how the local tourist guide and drivers get information from the forest guards. We'll also hear about the first electric jeep trials at Tadoba.
Initially what we're doing is we're looking for tigers. The cubs are about 7 months old now.
Okay.
So yeah, she's been making the rounds in this area. But she's the most comfortable out of the lot. There's another male tiger named Tadoba, and there's another tigress named Sharmili. And yesterday they had sighted a leopard with 2 black cubs.
Wow.
So, but that was the forest guard. None of the jeeps happened to see it, but then we'll keep our eyes peeled for that one as well.
And so do you share your information with the forest guards?
We do.
Yeah.
The forest guards know it all. They know most of the movement.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that share the information with us.
Okay, well that's really good, isn't it?
But the guides are well aware. She was at the Waterhole yesterday, the tigress and the cubs. So she's moved behind towards the lake near a village. So we'll have a look in that area. But here, the guides and the driver can use the cell phone
Okay.
to contact each other. So that's one advantage that you have in the buffers.
Okay.
So in any case, if anybody sees something, then they're
share the
informed. Yeah. Right.
And how many vehicles are allowed in the buffers?
So seven from this gate, and there's 7 from another gate.
Okay.
So
so
close
what's
to
the book?
15.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's on-spot booking for the buffers as well. So maybe 3 or 4 more jeeps
Okay.
that come in.
And they've always got to be jeeps. They've always got to be.
Yes.
You can never drive your own car.
No, you can't drive your own car.
Yeah. Well, I'm totally in favour of that. I am.
Yeah.
Because especially even more so if it rewards people locally.
Yes.
Who have to put up with the tiger eating their cow or the leopard walking in their village or whatever.
Yes.
One of the big differences between the buffer zone and the core area at Tadoba is that the forest guides and drivers can use their cell phones to communicate with each other.
We're just coming back later. No, don't. It'll.
That's the second one we've seen this morning. There was another one on the right.
Oh yeah.
That's a bull, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a bull. Quite up close.
Our guide and driver noticed these pug marks. which leads to an interesting story about this tigress and the forest guard's temple.
लंगूर
वो टाइगर के ओपन देखे हो
हाँ
बाबू का मेल टाइगर कल मिला था 103 पे
अच्छा
तो उसका भी पगमर हो सकता है
बड़ा है क्या
पहले 864 चेक करके आएंगे फिर बाद में तालाब की तरफ से जाना
ठीक है देखिए और उसका मूवमेंट कल सुबह जल्दी था ना
हाँ
पौने 7 से
कौन सा थोड़ा लेट निकली मतलब वो पीछे टाइगर थी पहले पीछे हम लोग वाटरहोल के पास वेट कर रहे थे और पीछे एक गाड़ी दिखा जैसे रोड से चलने लगी फिर बाद में मूवमेंट किया उन्होंने लेट मतलब पानी की तरफ से 7:15 बजे आप
She would sit inside that shelter, which is incidentally a temple.
Oh.
So people would waltz in and find a tiger sitting in
Oh,
there.
wow.
Oh.
Wow, thank you.
Oh dear.
That's a temple.
So they put a grate on it, or was the grate there before?
No, they put it afterwards.
Okay,
So that she doesn't
go in there.
come in,
Yeah.
but then she does rest around the area as well.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. We came across a number of forest guard camps in the buffer zone. We're always keen to learn more. We get the chance to learn about the forest guard guest accommodation.
So these are for guests, are they?
These are the guests.
Place on the top.
So there's a waterhole here, so people
See, they can
can have a look from the porch up there.
Wow.
So it's best in the summer to stay here.
You self-cook?
Yeah. No, they have the forest guards here and the staff here that cook the meals as well for them.
Oh, it's a real lookout point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So these are another... Is this the same
Is it the same one?
No,
It's a different one. Ah.
Accommodation. What does it consist of? A bedroom and a toilet, or what? Upstairs.
Yeah, it's just simple. It's just a bedroom and a toilet, nothing more.
Yeah.
So you're a guest, how do you come?
If you're a guest, how do you come here?
Yeah.
Through the jeep.
Okay, so the jeep...
Yeah, you have to take a safari in and then you come in.
Our guide and driver collect animal movement intelligence from the forest guards at every opportunity.
Especially Scotland. Do you see that?
Our team decide the best opportunity to see something, may be a tiger or a sloth bear, is to sit up over this waterhole.
I didn't know that they were coming.
Oh yeah, there's a beautiful bird that keeps flying down from the bamboo. It's very tiny. There, it's come down to the water. It's going back up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the black-naped monarch, and it's a beautiful bird actually.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So this is more breeding. This is the male. The female, again, is not as
With
colourful.
camouflage.
Yeah, the female's got a more greyish blue head. No,
टाइगर सर
Wow, bull.
मेलचे बघ हो शकते काल तुला दाखवा भेटला ना
So they're off to look for the sloth bear, are they?
I think they're off to look for her, but she's gonna come to the water. So just keep your camera ready.
One thing is certain with wildlife, and is that we never know what will happen next. We decide to also look for the sloth bear.
All wear helmets.
Sidan warned us in video 12 that the buffer zone has very narrow roads hemmed in by
close bamboo and other forest vegetation. We now know exactly what he means.
Whoa, whoa.
It's actually a younger male. You can see the bull.
Where's the baby?
At the back. Just to the left behind.
Yes.
Nilgai, India's largest antelope, have an unusual way of running. Watch her faun. It prances a bit like a horse.
Is that a mother and baby?
Yep.
Male Nilgai are a dark bluish grey colouring. If you look closely at this faun, you can see a dark area starting to appear in the middle of his back. In video 8, we learnt how Nilgai have dung areas. Watch this female sniff the ground before she poos.
Okay.
Crossing.
Yes.
Dropping about.
Yes. Ooh.
As we race to see if we can also see the mother sloth bear with her 2 cubs.
What's this information saying?
It's saying that they've seen it in this area.
Was
We're
it
just checking it again.
This is the bear.
The bear.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Where are the cubs? Where is the cubs?
Typically, 2 sloth bear cubs are usually born in December or January, as with these 2 cubs. They're born in a den, hairless and helpless, staying there for about a month before emerging. The sloth bear is the only bear that carries its young on its back, as we see here, hence the term bareback.
Is the baby on the back?
Yeah, they're on the back.
Oh, wow. Wow.
When alarmed, the cubs bury themselves in their mother's fur while riding on her back.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done.
How old do you think those babies were? 2 months.
3 months.
3 months. God, they're quite
Last time I
small
saw them
stuff.
was a month ago. They were much smaller.
Oh, yes.
She's walking through the to the left of us, ahead.
Yep.
There, she's going. She's going.
Our team decided to follow the mother and cubs. It's fascinating, as we have never seen a sloth bear with cubs so small before.
So all the other vehicles have gone to the
Waterhole. They're
Yeah.
gonna wait there, but we'll just see if she. Hopefully, she doesn't move anywhere. So
Yeah,
best to keep track.
Yeah, it's just slowly, no hurry.
Because she may change her mind.
She may change her mind. Absolutely.
So fast, huh?
Oh yeah, they move awfully fast. Oh, there she is. There. हाँ दिख रही थी.
It was lovely just being there with the forest sounds and no other vehicles.
चल रही है. चल रही है. She's moving. Just move to the waterhole. But she does come there. Depends on. I think she's busy looking for termites right now, so she's feeding. So.
She's distracted.
What are these insects?
Insects.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Ah,
There are lots of grubs to eat.
bees.
These are.
Lots of bees actually. That's what the drongos are going for.
Oh, they're quite nice. Let the cubs get off, have a taste.
That's usually how it works. The cubs get off at the waterhole. That's why it's always good to feed. That keeps diving into the water.
Yeah.
This is a black drongo that just came.
This water spot is worth just sitting here for the birds. Forget everything else. And there's no other jeeps, and it's lovely just listening to it.
And should be here.
All the birds calling.
Yeah. आगे check करके देखें.
Is she down there?
We'll just check ahead and see.
Our guide team were concerned by the time it was taking the sloth bear family to arrive at the waterhole. Had they taken another route? We turn round and head back to the waterhole. Look who has appeared. After 6 months, the cubs can weigh as much as a third of their mother's body weight, so they walk beside their mother. They become independent when they're 2 years old and will remain with their mother until they're 3, as she provides them essential training. Cubs were once abducted in certain parts of India for the dancing bear trade. It was banned in 1972. It has only recently been stopped successfully. They get their name from the 18th century European curators who named it the bear-like sloth, on account of its claws resembling the South American sloths. It can be ferocious, occasionally mauling or killing villagers who enter the forests. Sloth bears have been observed fighting with tigers and holding their own. A guide reported a sloth bear slapping a tiger in the face. The tiger fled. Tigers, however, can kill sloth bears, but are fearful of suffering serious injuries. Sloth bears are recognized as being very intelligent.
Do you hear that?
What was that?
Those are the cubs.
Calling?
Yeah. Communicating, that's how they communicate.
Let's listen to that again. A series of loud clicks as mother bear communicates with her cubs. I've never heard that before.
That's the cubs. Do you hear that?
Very few or hardly any alarm calls. The herbivores, they prefer going to the fields, you know, so they're usually around there in the mornings. And so that's how we navigate at least these areas. It helps when somebody gives a call and they have a sighting. Everybody gets a view then.
What I find surprising is because the villagers can put the cattle in here, can't they?
They do. I mean, the cattle just stroll in, just waltz in.
And the vegetation appears to be unaffected.
The vegetation is unaffected because, again, a lot of the cattle in this part, they don't venture out this deep. The villages is still a bit, far away. So the vegetation is not that affected in these parts.
इसका काम क्या है जो चेक पोस्ट मतलब जो ऑनलाइन पर्ची अपनी इसी नाम से बैठती है तो महाशिवरात्रि दिन यहाँ पे लोग पूजा करने आते हैं जैसे अच्छा उनको लिए एक दिन के लिए अलॉट रहता है यहाँ पे शिव जी का मंदिर होता है.
So what are these things?
So the trident depicts basically reverence towards Mahesh, Lord Shiva. So there's a temple here, so that they basically used to come in and especially during the time of Mahashivratri, which is a festival, so they would come here often and offer prayers.
Yeah, lovely. Try electric cars at Tadoba?
They did. The problem is that some of the tracks, it's difficult to navigate with an electric car.
In what way was it difficult?
Because a four-wheel drive, it would normally get stuck. Four-wheel drive has more power in case...
An electric car had two-wheel drive?
Two-wheel drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can get four-wheel drive electric?
You can now. So they're reconsidering it.
And was the distance okay?
The distance?
You know,
like
it didn't run out of battery?
No, it didn't. Battery wasn't the issue, but...
The issue was the four-wheel drive.
The four-wheel drive.
In the wet season?
Yes, in the wet season and otherwise as well. There are certain climbs it wasn't able to take.
Okay. And what sort of electric car was it?
This is a company called Mahindra which had the electric car.
Okay, I've heard of Mahindra, yeah. Yeah.
So they're reconsidering it now because the technology is improved.
And how long? Sorry.
This was back in 2016.
So 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was when they had just started it.
Well, I just think well done the park for thinking about it.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, they're ahead of their game, really thinking. Before we finish, I want to acknowledge the part the tourist guides and drivers play in ensuring we tourists get the very most from our trip. Our naturalist Zidane was superb, ensuring smooth communications between the local guide driver teams and ourselves. His own in-depth knowledge and can-do attitude ensured we learnt about everything, not just the animals but the park and its operation, plus the Gond tribal culture. We leave enriched. Thank you. It was our second trip to Tadoba, staying both times at Svasara. Our last stay was 6 years ago in 2017. The vegetation and bird life around the lodge has grown immensely, adding to our enjoyment between drives. The facilities were excellent throughout. This place has just full of water, and this is us filling up. We can help ourselves to water. One full one, two full ones. Thank you to everyone. I travelled to Nagpur, Kolkata, Kaziranga and then Corbett.